EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to one of the most storied postseason venues in the league. Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, sold out once again. Tonight, it's the AFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the Indianapolis Colts and the Pittsburgh Steelers. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
On 2nd and 9, Willis. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Third down, it's Willis.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Mixing up the middle
to about the 40-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Willis now off of play action.
Out to his left. The left side completion to Jones. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And that one results in 35 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
To the air on 1st down, here's Willis.
They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 25 yards that time.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me, he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
Mixon trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
Second and goal from the 1. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Willis to throw on 2nd.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Zay Jones
from 6 yards away.
And the Colts will strike first here, this wild card matchup.
The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
After the made field goal, here's Sly to kick this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
On first down, it's Watson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Now it's Watson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He's got a man, complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Tommy Tremble.
53 yards.
And the Steelers are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Back to Mixon on second down.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 runner.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it.
And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Dancing to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10. Once again from the 28. Now a give right side. Best. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Khalil Mack in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. And this one is right through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. Room here to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
Off the play fake, here's Willis.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Odafe Owe buries him for a loss of 11 from his outside linebacker spot.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there.
55.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Willis. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. So the completion good for 6 yards. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
A tall task ahead of them here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Here's Jones.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt.
And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it. And he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary. All of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
And this is going to be a Steelers first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Watson. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. Up the middle they go. Best. And not a lot of daylight. Not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Watson now to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. On first down, Willis.
Looking downfield for Jones. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. A big play there for Indy. 43 yards.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling in these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, well, they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The second down throw by Willis. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
On third down, it's Willis.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
Jonathan Grenard in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt him later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
His pass on target, Velus Jones with it. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now a first down throw. Watson looking in zone for Jones. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown.
Velus Jones,
41 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Now the try here for the point after. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When they'd line up, go ahead, and oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
the Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated. Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
It's Mixon on the counter. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down. Now Willis. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now Willis on 1st and 10. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it, and the Steelers are going to take over here up near the 40.
And this might not be the last interception we see, Brandon. Both of these teams like to throw the football, but here in this snow, ball's not going to always go where you want it to. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. And that is incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Check Mike 27. Check Mike 27.
Throwing again is Watson. Looking left sideline, it's complete. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Check Mike 27. Check Mike 59. Come on, let's go.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
It's just me and you.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. There's Trimble, the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. His second catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up 3rd down now. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Mike 40. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field.
Watson looks to throw again. Looking downfield for Jones. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Steelers continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 19-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half. So we're at halftime of this AFC Wildcard matchup as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC Wildcard game. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Out of the gun, Watson. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
Willis will look to throw on first down.
Escaping the pressure right.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Going on fourth down, here's Willis.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Colts unable to convert here on fourth down. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. So an interesting decision at this stage of the game to go for it. Do you think maybe that missed field goal earlier had anything to do with it?
If it did, I'm really surprised because usually one miss is not enough to alter your game plan. My only thought is maybe he got hurt, or maybe they just understand that it's not his day for some other reason we don't know right now. But in general situations, you run him back out there and let him have another chance. Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. That's complete out right to the tight end, Trimble. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30.
A big play there on the catch and run. 57 yards.
The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
Quick throw completed by Watson. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On second down, Best. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
To throw is Watson. Eluding the pressure right.
And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
And he is such a tough quarterback to defend because you got to remember, arguably, he's more dangerous outside the pocket than he is in it. But how about the job they did defensively to stay with the receiver and knock the ball away? I think they had a sigh of relief there because oftentimes when he gets outside the pocket, big plays result downfield.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So 3 more points tacked on, and this margin getting more comfortable by the minute.
And with the lead where it is, you can actually feel good about field goals. We talk all the time about scoring sixes, not threes. But in this case, they're just looking to chew up some time and come away with points.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Back to Mixon on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Willis. Man open, here is Jones. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 34-yard line. An option handoff here to Mixon. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Willis. Looking deep downfield. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. A great effort there. 36 yards. And the Colts are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Willis will try and throw for this. Sliding out of the pocket to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead.
And he's got a man complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game. And the Steelers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 23. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Play action, Willis. He'll buy some time right. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down. And for the defense, their 3rd sack of the game.
That number tells you that they're starting to put it together with their defensive game plan. They're starting to feel pretty good about what the offense is doing, bringing the pressure at the right time, and putting the quarterback on the ground.
After the sack on first down,
Willis.
throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
The 71 yards on the ground for him so far. Options galore here. Second and a few inches. Second down. Here's Willis.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Willis looking to throw it.
Under pressure, they got him again. Vita Vea providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long.
Willis, gotta have this one.
And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. They'll run on first down. Best. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. The tackle there by Quandre Diggs.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
It's a room to maneuver. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great play there. 40 yards.
And the Steelers have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10.
And that's another play that's painted a picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Willis. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down.
Jonathan Grenard
able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Pardon my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front seven today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. The Colts send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. On the return is Jones.
54 yards on the punt there, 15 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
But they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Best. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Now a handoff up the middle. Best. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
On 3rd down, Best. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Now a field goal forthcoming for the Steelers. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Willis looking to throw on 1st down.
Flush to his right. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
2nd down, Willis looks to throw here.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
Willis throws another interception, his 3rd of the game.
Teron Johnson able to pick it.
And the Steelers will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
To about the 35, 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On 2nd down now, Best. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Here's a quick throw caught out wide. So nothing doing there. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be... Willis takes a hit and the ball is free.
And it's picked up by the Steelers. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. So a great play there by the defense. If these guys are going to advance, and it looks like they will, this defense a big reason why.
And they love carrying the mantle for this team, don't they?